Alright guys, let's go over the quotient rule for derivatives. Okay, so first, the generalized rule. Okay, if we take the derivative of, let's say, u divided by v. Okay, that's going to be equal to, now this is a little more complex, and the order is very important here. Okay, this is going to be equal to the derivative of the bottom times the top minus the top times the derivative of the bottom, all over the bottom squared. Okay? So, again, the order is very important. You must do the bottom times the derivative of the top minus the top times the derivative of the bottom, all over the bottom squared. So let's do a specific example. We'll even make this even more fun and involve a little trig with this. So here's my function. We'll say y equals 14x squared over sine of x. Okay, so let's take the derivative using the quotient rule. So we want to do the bottom times the derivative of the top. Well, the derivative of the top will be 28x minus the top times the derivative of the bottom. And the derivative of sine of x is cosine of x. And that's all over the bottom squared. So guys, when you use the quotient rule, sometimes the answers come out kind of ugly. Okay, you might be able to simplify it a little bit, but don't count on there being a whole lot of canceling. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Okay, you may have to go to your trig identities as well, okay, if you need to simplify to match up with a multiple choice answer. Okay, but I would say the final answer for this one, as simplified as I'm going to make it anyways, is going to be 28x sine of x minus 14x squared cosine of x all over sine squared x. Okay, so there's an example of the quotient rule with the generalized rule. Remember, the order is very important. Bottom times derivative of the top minus the top times the derivative of the bottom, all over the bottom squared.